Hi, I'm Jen. Welcome back to our 8-part series on strengths development for individuals and teams. Today, what I wanted to focus on is an exercise that I have found incredibly valuable as I work with both individuals and with teams. It's an exercise around identifying what you bring with a particular talent or strength, and then what you need from your environment in order to be able to really bring that to the table. And so the way this exercise typically goes is if you've done a Clifton Strengths assessment, and you've worked with a coach, Gallup coaches have access to some additional tools and additional reports. And so one of my favorite reports is this bring and need report. And so if you picture strengths along the left-hand side, a column for what do you uniquely bring with that particular talent, and then a column for what do you need from your environment in order to really show up in that way. So as an example, as someone who has high restorative, my report would have something along the lines of being a creative problem solver, being able to identify where things are out of sync, and having this kind of natural desire to put things back the way they need to be and really helping fix problems. So that is what I uniquely bring to the table with my restorative. What I need from my environment in order to be able to do that is I need people to bring me to the table. I need to be in situations where I'm helping problem solve. And so if you think about this for yourself or for your team, if I am part of a team that never utilizes me in that particular way, then that number one talent that I have is both wasted and it's not grown. And so for me to be happy in an environment and happy as part of a group or a team, I need to exercise that part of myself. I need to help problem solve. It's what brings me joy. So part of this work is understanding and having this language for what do I uniquely bring with my talents? That's important to know. But it's also important to have the language to be able to explain to others, here's how I feel like I belong. Here's how I think I have value is if you bring me into these kinds of things, or I have an opportunity to show up in these ways. And what I find with organizations is that sometimes we just don't know what we don't know. So if I'm working with a group, what I've seen happen on teams is someone will have this kind of light bulb moment, and I can see it almost right over their head, where they realize they have had misconceptions about their teammates that were rooted in just really not understanding how they naturally think, feel and behave. And so once they had some language for their teammates about why they ask questions the way they do, why they approach deadlines the way they do, why they organize projects the way that they do, once they had this shared language, it became so much easier to see that person as a whole person and be able to understand, as your teammate, how do I create an environment that helps bring out the best in you? And then how do you do that for me as well? What we see in organizations is individuals want to stay in organizations where they feel seen and valued. They want to belong. And if we don't understand who they are fundamentally as people, it's really hard to help them feel like they belong there. And so this exercise tends to just kind of be an amazing starting point for these conversations of who we are and what we uniquely bring to the table. I find it true with teams, but certainly with individuals too. What I find is individuals will often sort of sit a little taller and they realize, oh, this is the thing that only I can do. This is what I uniquely bring to my own life and to any team I'm a part of. So it's powerful work, both for the individual and for the team. And that's why it's one of my favorite exercises. If you'd like some more information about that, please reach out. I'm happy to share how that would look like for a team of yours. Otherwise, I am excited to see you next week for the next installment. Take care.